Welcome to Tommy Green TV, bringing you the latest in Arsenal news and update. Match day 20. Happy New Year to everyone. Hope you had a great intro into the new year. Welcome to 2022. It's a new year, new beginnings, and of course, wishing you a great year in advance. Wishing you blessings, more life, more prosperity, more wealth, and just more of everything good in the year 2022. Match day 20, Arsenal v Man City, 2-1 to City. Where do I even start? Ref, you know what? I hope if you sleep tonight, that when you sleep, you have nightmares, because what you did today, you more or less robbed Arsenal fans today. That's what you did today. Ref, VAR, on your aspect, today you robbed Arsenal fans. You robbed us of a great start to the new year. You robbed us of even a single point. Today you got paid. You got paid, and you the ref and VAR, whoever was controlling the VAR, they need to look into VAR and they need to look into the referee to see if this is from, maybe they placed a bet, maybe they did something. There must be something. There's a conspiracy right there, because how can you give a penalty to Man City and not give us our penalty when we were controlling the game, when we were leading the game? You were very quick to give Arsenal players yellow cards. You were very quick to blow for every single Arsenal players when they did anything. It didn't even matter what. Rob Holding came on, and in less than a minute, you gave him a yellow card. There were players on the Man City dugouts who were on the field and were chopping our players down left, right, centre. You didn't blow. When it came to the times to make big decisions, big decisions, what did you do? You fluffed. How can you tell me, okay, the reason that from what I've heard after the game from the referee on BT Sports, I'm bringing BT Sports, I'm bringing everybody into it, from the chief referee or whoever it is that was analysing the game, you tell me that it's not a clear and obvious penalty. Okay, fine, whatever. It's not a clear and obvious penalty, so why don't you go and look at that VAR? Why don't you let the referee go and look into the box at VAR, that little box that they have there, or be advised to go and look into the box so that he can make a decision? Why were you quick to tell Man City fan, to tell for Man... Oh, yeah, you know what, You know what? The talking point today should be about how Arsenal players have done well. They did amazing today. But, I can understand why City are champions. Three moments in this game cost Arsenal the game. This is where we have to look at ourselves and go, okay, yes, we played well, but this is the difference between being elite and this is the difference at where we are. Okay? When you dominate and you create chances that much, you cannot against a City team. I could understand if we were playing against maybe like a Newcastle or a Leicester or something. I could understand that. Okay, we've dominated them, we haven't taken our chances, because we will always create chances. But when you're playing against the champions of the league, the ones who have already set the pace, they've won 10 games in a row, and they've done it in spectacular fashion. When you are dominating, you need to take control of the game. We went 1-0 up, and deservedly so. We went 1-0 up, deservedly so. And we had the opportunity to go 2-0 up. Martinelli on the left-hand side was outstanding, taking on, on their right back, Cancelo or whatever his name is, Cancelo. He took on Cancelo and made Cancelo, he took him to the dustbins. But where you can see inexperience come into play, and where you can see that this boy is a young boy, and I'm not going to get onto him, because let's be real, since he's come back into the team, he's given the team a different dimension. Just completely different dimension. Gets the ball, he's not afraid, he runs. But his decision making today in the final third was bad. Because there were a couple of times when he beat Cancelo in the first half, and all he had to do was find Odegaard in one of the chances, and he didn't. Instead, he shot, he killed it. If he went in, it would have been spectacular, but he didn't. There was an open one there, he could have passed. There was another time he could have found Lacazette instead, but he didn't. He scuffed his line so many times. And then, when we went 1-1 up, when we went the game was all drawn, and literally right after the kickoff, you had an open goal. And okay, from someone who plays football, or who used to play, doesn't play that properly anymore, but you had an open goal. I understood what he was trying to do, which was place that ball. Saka was standing on the corner post, almost like a Man City defender. And the Man City defender was in the middle of the post. So what he wanted to do was blast that ball straight into where Saka was, top bins basically, of the left-hand side. But he's not left-footed. So he could just shot that across. Or just touched it anywhere apart from the corner that he was trying to place it in. And that was our opportunity to go 2-1 up. Because at that point, emotions were high after the penalty. And I'm going to get to the penalty literally in a moment. Emotions were high to get to the penalty. After the penalty, everybody was like, you could see Gabriel was on a mission. He saw red. And rightly so, because we got robbed. We got robbed. Period. Blank period. We got robbed because that should have not been. You know what? That's a penalty. Any Arsenal fan can say, oh, that's not a penalty, that's not that, this not that, this not that. The problem is that Tierney got drawn out and Xhaka was covering for him. And you know Xhaka is not mobile. So once Bernardo Silva went in and out twice, he literally left Xhaka standing in the middle there. Now, Xhaka putting his foot up, nothing wrong with that. Bernardo Silva was going down. He was diving, okay? At that point, we had bodies already in the box. So that mistake from Tierney was already covered. We had bodies in the box ready, waiting for that ball to come in. What Xhaka did, and most Arsenal fans, because we are very angry at this point, because of, rightly so, we were robbed. What Xhaka did, that most Arsenal fans will not talk about, is what Xhaka did even in the first game when we played Man City and we lost 5-0. What he did was panic. What he did was not trust his defense. What he did was not read the situation that was already on the other side. And that's what cost us that first penalty. And then you saw, it's common sense, he was going down already. But because you're mobile and you can't read the situation properly, what did you do? You dragged him down. Now, to me, I'm an Arsenal fan, always has been, that's a penalty. If we did that, we did do that in the other box, and we are crying that it's a penalty. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a penalty on the other side. So I cannot sit down here and be critical and go, oh, that's not a penalty. That was a penalty because Xhaka shouldn't have done that. Why would you do that? So we've lost the game in 3 moments. That first penalty, from our perspective, Xhaka should have not pulled him down. Just let my man drop on the floor. Or if not, let him just cross the ball. It will be 1-1. We were controlling the game. Thomas Partey was having a blinder in that midfield. He was dominating that midfield. So just let him go. Or just let him drop. Whatever. We had bodies already waiting. So that was the first point where we lost the game. The second point where we as Arsenal players lost the game was when we didn't take our chance at 2-1. At 1-1. When Martinelli should have scored but didn't score. If you scored, I promise you this now, it's a different scenario. Yes, the ref didn't give us a penalty when we were 1-0 up, and we would have been 2-0 is a different. City are chasing at 2-0. City are chasing, and we are holding on to that ball because that's, you know, that Arteta is going to say at 2-0 up, hold that ball, make them work for it, counter attack. You know that's. But that's not the case. The case is, at 2-1, if Martinelli had scored, it's different. Even at 2-1, because City will still be coming up. But we didn't do that. And this is where you call the experienced players to go, regroup. Calm down this boy. And the third place where we lost it is where my man, Gabriel, who since his comeback has been immense. But we know these South American players. They play with emotion. They play with heart. Everything is out there. So if I'm a senior player on that field, I know you already 1 minute before that, Lacazette was already telling him to calm down. I'm the captain, telling Xhaka, make sure he's calm. Because my man didn't need to come all the way down. It was red. He had seen red at that point. That's why we lost the game. Those 3 points right there. That's where we lost the game. And we can sit here and say we deserve to win. We did. We were robbed. Highway robbery. I don't think I can pick any player here who played bad. But three decision making is what separates us from the elite. It's what puts us in a different category to where Man City are. City did not have a shot on target the first half. Second half, till that point where we got the red card, we were in the game. Till that point, they were not doing jack. We controlled that game. Even Pep Guardiola came out and said it himself. We were the better team. They were lucky. But they were lucky from three aspects from our point of view. Those three right there cost us the game from our perspective. Now, overall perspective, the bigger picture, VAR cost us. Big time. VAR cost us 3 points. At 1-0, if we had that Odegaard penalty, it's 2-0. Boom. Okay, fine. We didn't get that. That penalty that they had, if you're not going to give us our penalty, you shouldn't give them their penalty. And if you're giving them that penalty, you should give us our penalty. Okay? So that didn't happen. And then you're quick to give a red card. Very quickly to give a red card. So the different context. Look, I don't think I remembered Ramsey making any save. That's my point. City came here and they didn't play. We gave them the 3 points. Let's do player ratings now, for example. Let's do player ratings. Ramsdale. What am I giving Ramsdale? I give him a 6 because there was nothing for him to do. Tomiyasu was a boss today. All right, back. I would give him a good 7. Benjamin White. That last goal that they scored, him and Holden, I don't know what you're doing at that point. There were 2 players there. 2 central defenders, not just any 2 players. 2 central defenders. Please don't tell me that none of you could have kicked that ball away. Please don't tell me that Holden, you could have put your foot, do anything. Consider penalty at that point. We don't care. Up until that point, they played decent. They were not troubled. So if I was to give, what's his name, Ben White rating, I'd probably give him a 7. Gabriel cost us the game today. From that perspective of getting a red card, I'm giving you a 3. Up until that point, you were a 7. But that red card has cost us because now they found space, extra gap. Tierney today played superb, absolutely superb. One mistake, and my man allowed of coming out, being drawn out of position, and Bernardo Silva went in. That's it. But apart from that, assist, played well, handled the rest of the... Nah, man, I'd probably give him an 8. You go into the midfield, Thomas Partey, for me, best player on the pitch today. Bossed it. I give my man a 9. Xhaka. Of course, Xhaka being Xhaka. 3 good games, 1 bad game. Well, it's just there waiting. I would probably give him a 6. He had a decent game, but that penalty, which wasn't his fault, but it was his fault. But at the end of the day, it cost us. It cost us a goal. So if I was to give Xhaka, I would give him a 6. Bukayo Saka had my man 8. Roast. Odegaard. Amazing today. Amazing. Up until that point, he was controlling that final third. I'll give him a 7. Martinelli. He was good today at running at defenders, hard work. But his end product was... it was on another level of bad. I will give him a 5. Lacazette. You could see the moment he came off, that front line, his presence was felt. So if you're not going to play Lacazette, you need another striker. We need another striker. Lacazette today, I would give a 6. Didn't score, didn't assist, but you could see his importance in gluing the team up. And then, who came on? El Neni. Didn't really do anything. 5. Who else came on? Smith Rowe. Had to play deep because of, the red card. Didn't do anything. 5. And then Holden came on. I would give Holden a 4. Because you cannot be on the pitch for that long and you cannot let a man... Literally, you could have done better for the second goal. You literally just put a leg out like, Do you understand? need to be consistent. It's such a sour. It's a bad day in terms of that we played well, but we got robbed. You know the drill, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe.